We already know Luton is an absolute dump with terrible food, terrible parks, and a dreadful town centre. However, you wouldn't think of Luton as a team close to making it into the Prem. At the time of making this, the Hatters are actually third in the Championship, just above Middlesbrough and Millwall on 71 points. Not bad for a team with a capacity of 10,000 people. Speaking of the stadium, it's honestly a thing of beauty. You've got your terraced housing on the way there, and once you've arrived to the stadium, you'll need to go through some poor guy's back garden. Some may think it's horrible, but I think it's an old school, proper British football stadium. It all started in 2008 when Luton was relegated to the Conference Premier League. This is basically the low of the low. The reason for this relegation came under some controversial circumstances. The FA charged Luton 50 grand and docked 10 points before the season started, and then docked another 20 points to compete in the current season. This meant that despite winning 56 points, Luton were relegated to the Conference Premier League. Ex-Luton player John Steele was soon appointed in 2013, which then led to promotion. He didn't stay long because the saviour Nathan Jones came, who in 2016 kept them in League 2, 2018 promoted Luton to League 1, 2020 survived in the Championship, and 2022 made the Championship playoffs. Not bad for a team with a very small budget. However, Jones then left for a second time in November 2022 for a managerial role in Southampton. Then Luton appointed Rob Edwards, an ex-Watford manager, and this is where we are today. With Rob Edwards, Luton tend to usually play an aggressive game of football with three beefy centre-backs and two strikers. How Brexit can this team get? However, what they rely on to win their games is man-to-man zonal pressing. High-octane pressure is used to win the ball as high up the pitch as possible. High pressure from the wing-backs allows Luton's central midfielders to move higher up the pitch. This is usually Osho, the number 6, who is an absolute tank. He's physical, mean and defensively aware, which makes him an excellent option to protect the area in front of defence. Or Campbell, another tough guy. Just look at the lad. Luton actually have many class players who are worthy to make it into bottom Prem teams: Morris, Adebayo, Lockyer, Amari Bell and Campbell. And as I said, Osho, just to name a few. These players have already accrued many experience in their previous teams within the Championship, as well as playing week in week out for the Hatters. So when it comes to the big stage, I'm sure they won't crumble, especially after the heartbreak last season with the loss in the playoffs against Millwall. Even if Luton make the playoffs or even the playoff finals, huge amounts of money will be boosted into the Luton budget, which can be used for players, a better stadium and just the overall Luton area. If Luton get promoted, they'll actually need to spend 10 million on the current stadium to be fit for the Premier League, which is pretty much rebuilding one stand and buying some extra screens. This will all be done while planning to build their 23,000 seater stadium late this year or early next year, which is expected to cost around 100 million. And guess what? Mpanzu will be the first player to have gone from non-league to the Premier League with the same club. Now that's dedication. And so, if you like this video and these types of videos, please make sure to check some others on my channel. Subscribe please.